Hello fellow YouTubers! Now in this video we're going to be talking about thumbnails, which are the images you can upload to YouTube as the frame that appears at the beginning of your clip. Now whatever you do, don't just use one of the suggested frame grabs that YouTube offers you, as the chances of them being effective at drawing people in and getting you a high click-through rate are slim at best. Now thankfully there's a way to get this done quickly with limited knowledge of graphic design, and that's using an online graphics package like Canva or Stencil. Now in a minute I'm going to take you through click by click how to use Canva to produce a whiz-bang attention grabbing YouTube thumbnail. But first, here's a few pointers to bear in mind. Now in terms of titles, as a rough guide, keep your thumbnail text to perhaps 4 or 5 words max. Don't try and copy your video title, but rather just use a few key words that encapsulate it. It's your chance to grab their attention, spark emotions, and drive interest to your video. Now, with regards to the image, your aim is to encourage the viewer to wonder what is happening in this video. Action shots or pictures of one or more people showing strong emotions are much more likely to get click-throughs because they spark a viewer's curiosity. Close-ups of faces encourage a maximum viewer attention. You see, humans are wired to focus on other humans, so capitalize on this, adding one or more to your thumbnail. Now, as was explained, standard video sizes include 1280 by 720, also known as 720p or SD, and that's short for standard definition, and 1920 by 1080, also known as 1080p or high definition. So keep the aspect ratio of 16:9 and the file size under 2 megabytes and all will be well. Now remember, choosing smaller file sizes is likely to make the thumbnail blurry and not click-worthy, especially when accessed using bigger screen resolutions. People are watching YouTube on their smart 50-inch TVs these days, so you need to get this right. You can easily resize or ensure that you're using the proper YouTube thumbnail size with Canva. So let's get into the tutorial. So the first thing to do is go to canva.com. And if you haven't already, sign up. I believe they're offering a 30-day free trial at the moment. So you can give it a go without spending any money, but we recommend the subscription. It's good value for money. They've got thousands of clip art and photographs in templates and a whole raft of features. And it's only a few pounds a month and it really is good value for money. So once you've signed up, log in. And they offer a whole raft of different templates to get you started, and also design dimensions for different things. Now YouTube is in there, YouTube thumbnail, but it's standard definition and we want HD, so we're going to create a design with our own custom dimensions. So we want custom dimensions in a 1920 by 1080 pixels and click create new design. So that gives us our blank canvas. Now over on the left we've got different categories of objects, for example photographs, elements, text, music, videos, backgrounds, and also uploads where you can upload your own logos, etc. For use in the future. And once you've uploaded them, it will remember those uploads and you can use them time and again, which is really handy. Now, the scenario that we're going with is it's a demonstration of the new PlayStation 4 or PS4 console. It's like a product review, and that's the topic of the video. So we're going to look for a person who's perhaps in shock or excitement at how good the PS4 is. So we need a nice strong photo to get us started. And that's also going to be our background. So if we go to photos first of all, and maybe search for excited face. And what I'm looking for is a face over to one side with a plain background behind, so that we can make the text really stand out without the clutter behind it. How about this chap? And I'm just going to stretch him to fit. It's got nice strong colours, plain background behind him, and he's so excited he can't believe it kind of expression, and that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so that's the first step, and then I'm going to also look for a graphic of a PlayStation console. And so if I search for game controller, I don't want to use an actual PS4 photograph in this instance, and it can get you into trouble with copyright infringement, so it's just safer to do it this way. And I really like this graphic because it's got the yellow dots which fit with his jumper. That's going to sit nicely there. And then the next thing is to add some text. And the text I'm going with is, "My new PS4 is awesome." Okay? And we'll do awesome in a different font. So I've gone to the text tool, and there's a whole raft of kind of predetermined fonts and styles to choose from. I want something fairly simple, and I'm going to go with this one for the first bit. I'm going to drag it over to this corner. I don't need the little text, so I can delete that. A bit like that. And I'm going to change the line spacing because it's kind of running into the line above, and that's this tool here, spacing. So we've got line height here, so I'm just going to adjust it. There we go. So we've got a bit of separation. I'm going to change the colour as well. I'm going to go for like a lime green. The colours section is quite clever in that you'll see it's pulled out some of the key colours that are in the photograph. So I could pick one of those. It's also picked out some of the key colours from the graphic as well. But I'm going to just pick my own, like a lime green colour. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to make that as big as I dare. And then we just want the word awesome. So I'm just looking for a font that's kind of scripty. How about this one? Now we don't need that word, so I'm going to get rid of that. So we just need this one. Font's a bit big, so we can just scale it down. And I'm just going to put it over his body like that, because that's what he's saying. Awesome. There we go. Scale it a bit more. That's about right. I'm not very thrilled with the shadow on that one, so we've got effects over here, so I'm just going to change the shadow to be a black. So we've got shadow there. And I'm just going to change the colour to black. Okay, happy with that. And I'm going to do the same with this one as well. Okay, how's that? And that is it. How long did that take? All we've got to do now is download it. So we click the download button. It defaults to PNG, but PNG files tend to be a bigger file size, so we just need a JPEG for this purpose. And it's telling us 1920 to 1080, so that's just a quick check that we've got the size right. And then the quality, 80% is fine, it's good enough. So there will be a little compression on the image, but not enough to introduce much noise. And then we just click the download button, and in a minute it will ask us where to save it. once it's processed it. There we go. I'm going to save it as that. And just let's have a look at the file size. 166 kilobytes, so that's well under the 2 megabyte limit. It's perfectly good quality wise. So that is it. That's my new thumbnail that I can upload to YouTube and draw those viewers in.